After dealing with an illness this week. South Carolina players and Ole Miss players. Look, that's great sportsmanship right there. Yeah, little traffic underneath. Everybody.
Y'all, they said, did I sell my soul? Should I just tell them the truth?
She sold it for a double cheeseburger with mac sauce.
With extra onions on it, baby. Don't play. It's time for me to just keep it 100 with y'all. Like, yes, they got me in this shit. I don't know. I can't get out of it. I'm getting too much money. I don't want to get out of it.
Let's see them.
I did. I'm in this shit, man. I'm in this shit.
Yo, she's like,
That's what y'all wanted to hear. Now I'm saying it. They talk about stop playing. Yes, I'm with the Illuminati, y'all. Yes. Y'all, they said, did I sell my...
All right, Shalom. Before I begin, let me start out by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach in the course where I learned this truth. Peace and salutation to the Lord Select. So we're going to jump right in. All right, dealing with the last clip that I just showed you, all right, pertaining to this sexy red witch, all right, when she is, at least to me, I don't find her sexy, all right. Looking at her, she looks like a straight witch, all right, you know, and she has a witch spirit, all right, and she lets you know exactly what she's about in her adulterous ass music, all right, you know. And we ain't got to go into the songs that she's known for, all right. You know, she's definitely plugged in with them wicked music executives, all right, who, you know, they put her on the forefront to say and do all of the wicked shit and get you other wicked witches to follow behind, all right, because that's what our people do, all right. One black witch does it and the rest of you fucking black and brown witches follow right behind her, all right. You know, and she ain't the first, she's just one of many, all right. She's, you know, she's no different than, you know what I'm saying, the rest of the filthy ass abominable harlots of Israel who sold their souls, as they like to say, to be a part of that genre. All right, you know, they've signed that contract, and you know, they gotta acquiesce and do what comes with signing it. All right, she's no different than the Sukianas. All right, what's the other one? The one that just got her titties done. All right, damn, what's that bitch name? The one that says she want to get with Dame Lillard. Glorilla. All right, the one with the nigga voice. All right, the small girl with the nigga voice. All right, you know what I'm saying? All of these women are just defiled, wicked, abominable, filthy harlots. All right, you know, and they're living out that curse that the Lord put on them. All right, not even just those individuals, even the ones at the beginning. All right, you know, I showed you the clip with these so-called black women. They can't grow hair. All right, you know, starting with the college game, all right, they playing on the court, all right, and in the midst of them playing basketball, old girl wig flies off her head, all right, just the irony of that shit, you know what I'm saying? And that shows you who, you know what I'm saying, them witches are, all right? This is Isaiah 3:24, and it shall come to pass, meaning that it's going to happen, that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of well-set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomach or a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. All right, that whole thing that I just read, you saw play out in all those clips. All right, you know what I'm saying? You saw the instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. All right, you know, the sexy red woman, as she calls herself, and I use the term woman loosely. All right, she says she stinks. All right, you know, she got a video going a while back when she said she had to air her funky ass twat out because it was stinking. All right, so. You know what I'm saying? You got that. All right, then they say a girdle instead of a rent. All right, you seen them fat, chunky women? All right, you know what I mean. One of them was playing basketball. All right, and in the midst of playing basketball, she tried to do a cut. All right, and fell and broke her whole leg. All right, you know what I'm saying. It made me think of that joke. All right, I think it was Eddie Griffin that said it on. I think it was on the first Nutty Professor. That nigga say, "Your mama's so fat, I bet when her fat ass falls, fall or something, she bleed chocolate milk." You know what I'm saying? That's what I started thinking about when I seen that big mountain go tumbling. All right, and that leg just cracked. All right, snack, crackle, pop. All right. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna happen to a lot of you women in the times we coming into, known as Jacob's Trouble. You big old fat obese ass women, big Shirleys, big Berthas, all right, big Loritas. All right, you're gonna have to get out here and you're gonna have to move around, all right? And a lot of you ain't built for it, all right, you know? I would venture to say the average black woman, quote unquote, probably can't even run 1 mile without, being extremely exhausted. All right. And there are some, don't get me wrong, you got, Judah is an athlete, you know what I'm saying, naturally. But, in this society, you big old fatties feed your desires and feed your face every chance you can get. So, I highly doubt. I'm saying the majority of them can, do that. 1 second, y'all. All right, but you did see the one. All right, Big Shirley on the handstand. All right, she's doing the splits and shit. But hey, she was bald headed than a motherfucker too. All right, she wearing a wig too. So you know what I mean. It is what it is. Let me read another scripture right here. It's Amos 7:17. It say, "Therefore thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city." All right. Who are the biggest whores and thoughts in Babylon today, aka America? All right, for the most part, the so-called Negro woman. All right, followed behind the Hispanic and Native American woman. All right, they ain't far behind. Oh, excuse me. It say, "Therefore thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, thy wife, meaning the Israelite woman, shall be a harlot in the city, and thy sons and daughters shall fall by the sword." All right, who get gunned down and used and abused, and who fill up the prison systems? All right, the Israelites. So-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. "And thy land shall be divided by line." All right, is not the land of Israel divided by line right now? You got some red Amalek niggas fighting some sand Palestinian niggas over a land that don't belong to neither one of them. All right. And and thou shalt die in a polluted land. All right, again, who gets killed up the most over here in this society? All right, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land. And we are yet this day in, all right, our captivity, all right, under Esau, all right, today, the so-called white man, which he is not white, he's red, all right, and he's the devil the Bible speaks of, and he's who our women, for the most part, have turned aside after, all right. Let me see, what's that? That's in Timothy. What is it? Turned aside after Satan. What is it? 1 second, y'all. Okay, yeah, 1 Timothy 5, okay. Let me go back. All right, we're going to start at verse 14. It say, 1 Timothy 5, verse 14. Hold on, let me get even more. Let me go back a little bit more. All right, we're going to start at verse 10. What is it, 10? Start at 9. All right. 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 9, it say, "Let not a widow be taken into the number under 80 years old, having been the wife of one man." All right, that's 60. And having been the wife of one man, how many women that's made it to 60 years old and been the wife to just one man? All right, I don't know any. All right, verse 10, "Well reported of for good works, if she have brought up children, if she have lodged strangers, if she have washed the saints' feet, if she have relieve the afflicted, if she have diligently followed every good work. But the younger widows refuse." All right, this is talking about the young women, all right. "For when they have begun to wax wanton against the Mashiach, they will marry." All right, and we read in Isaiah, well, I had it posted at the beginning, in Isaiah 3, when it said, "Moreover, the Lord said, 'Cause the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with a stretched forth necks, and wantonnise. All right. You know, one time when you look that word up, let me show you the definition of it right quick. Y'all give me 1 second. This is the definition of wanton.
Wanton.
All right. It's this one right here. I'm going to highlight it. Okay. It says sexually unrestrained or having many casual sexual relationships typically used of a woman. All right. So she's a whore. All right. And this is what the majority of the daughters of Zion are. All right. Right here. A sexually unrestrained woman, she behaved like a wanton. All right. So that's what the scripture is talking about, how the women of Israel behave themselves. All right, and imagine just how much worse they are today than they were back then. All right, they're far worse today than they were then. All right, so again, but the younger widows refuse, for when they have begun to wax wanton against Mashiach, they will marry. All right, these bitches got bodies on them already. All right, verse 12, having damnation because they have cast off their first faith, and withal they learn to be idle, wandering about from house to house, and not only idle, all right, but tattlers, also busybodies, speaking things which they are not. All right, idle. All right, them bitches missing in action. They supposed to be at home, guarding the house. All right, as it's going to continue to say right here. I would therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guard the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. All right, because if you keep bitches in the house, all right, it can't nobody talk about them. All right, they can't bring shame to you if you keep them bitches in the house. All right, they ain't to go out that house. They supposed to stay in the house. Well, you know they gonna come out. Again, we in captivity, but just saying in a righteous kingdom, your women would be on your land as an Israelite man, because you would have land, and your women would be on their land, and they wouldn't have no reason to leave said land. All right, what the fuck they gotta leave for? All right, but again, in this society, when you give a wicked woman liberty to get abroad, and for that matter, any woman in this society, all right, because again, the rules is for all women, all right? They all supposed to be under subjection, all right? They all supposed to be ruled over, all right? They ain't supposed to have no liberty to get abroad. But in this society, they're afforded their luxury, and this is what you get, all right? Our women have become worse than the heathen women, all right? You know, the Ishmaelite women hold themselves to a higher standard than these bitches over here do, all right? You know what I'm saying? Even the incest babies' daughters, all right? The Moabites and Ammonites, the so-called Chinese and Japanese women, they hold themselves to a better standard as far as their sexuality goes than these fucking loose women over here. You know what I'm saying? Speaking about the women of the tribes, all right? And all the women that reside in this place. If you was born in America, you more than likely are a freak, all right? You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't, you got it in you, all right? Shit, it's definitely in you. All right, because that's what this place breeds, all right? Freaky shit and perversion, all right? And the scriptures say that. What's that, Isaiah 19 and verse 14? It say, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt, just talking about America, to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit, all right? The Lord got a perverse, wicked spirit going through this place, and the only people that can see it is the elect, all right? You know what I'm saying? Starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the hopeful elect, all right? Because we don't count ourselves that number. Start the hopeful elect, all right? Say it that way. This is the word perverse.
Perverse.
All right. I'll read the definition. It say, of a person or their actions showing a deliberate and a obstinate desire to behave in a way that is unreasonable or unacceptable, often in spite of the consequences. All right, so you know that's what this place it is. All right, YOLO, you only live once. All right, all that shit. You know that's what this place is about. Spiritual Sodom and Egypt. That's why the Lord coming back to burn this place. All right, right here it says contrary to the accepted or expected standard or practice. All right, and this place definitely is. You know, it's contrary to everything that the Bible is for, all right? You know what I'm saying? The scripture tell you about an adulteress and an adulterer should surely be put to death, but in this society, don't nothing happen to neither one, all right? You know? But, hey, again, we at the end of this thing, all right? And all you people who are taken by this perversion, Okay, you're gonna die right here with it. All right, you're gonna have to eat the fruit of your way in that day. All right. Let me see. And there's more scriptures I can read. You know, I can go into the whole this right here. You know, this Ecclesiastes 25:19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Well, you know these scriptures. You know these is, man. These are what's the word? Foundational. You know what I'm saying? Pillars and building blocks when it comes to dealing with women. All right, the Ecclesiastes, the Syrex, you know what I'm saying, 25 and 26, as well as some of 42. All right, and some of the other ones, you know what I'm saying, it tell you how to deal with women. All right, you know, and it's very, very, very important, you know what I'm saying, to know these things. All right, it'll save you a lot of trouble in the flesh. All right, by knowing these things about these women. All right. But, you know, I ain't gonna make the lesson too long. You know, you can just go through them and read some of them, all right? Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman, all right, you know? Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die, all right, you know? So that's pretty much it. You know, I just wanted to do a lesson right quick. I had some free time to myself. Today is February the 20th, year 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. All right, I plan on hitting camp tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for that. But, you know, that's pretty much it. You know, so Lord willing, it was edifying. All honor, glory, and praise go to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teaching the course where I learn this truth. Peace and salutations to the Lord select. All right. Let me read this also. Then I'll end it. All right, because all these women over here who ain't saved by the men of the Lord, you know, they're going to perish. All right, Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice. You careless daughters, give ear to my speech. The only way you're going to hear the voice of the Lord is through the prophets, all right? Many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant field, for the fruitful vine. All right, all this liberty and freedom and shit that they got right now, that shit is finna go up in smoke. All right, Jacob's trouble is coming. It's gonna be a terrible day for you women. All right, upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars. Yeah, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous city. All right, so all you niggas that's living joyous and deliciously, all right, just know death by pain is coming for that. All right, Shalom and the Bible ball.